The vast majority of our driving lives are spent at speeds much below exciting, yet that hasn't dampened the persistent desire for speed, raw, irresistible, uncut speed. Once reserved for a select few high-performance vehicles, 200 miles per hour is now considered entry-level for a large number of current supercars. Some people's eyebrows won't even lift at speeds less than 230 miles per hour, and even then, the automobile you're looking at will be many rungs the fastest, most powerful cars on the market. The speed wars are still raging in 2021, so to commemorate, we compiled a list of the fastest vehicles to ever hit the road, and we didn't limit ourselves to current production models. We hope you pack Dramamine, but to assist you keep your balance, we've organized the list from slowest to quickest. 1992 to 1998 McLaren F1. It all starts here. Forget the 200 mile per hour battles of the late 1980s. No one, not even McLaren itself, predicted the inimitable F1 would go as fast as it did. McLaren and engineering visionary Gordon Murray designed the F1 as an experience par excellence than any other sports car in history, with a focus on handling, tactility, and rounded performance rather than a focus on outright speed. Still, overwhelming speed was a happy side effect of the potent combination of its 2,500-pound weight and a 618 horsepower, 6.1-liter, naturally aspirated BMW-sourced V12. Initial testing capped road-going F1s at 231 miles per hour, but test driver Andy Wallace pushed an unrestricted F1 to an unforgettable 243 miles per hour in 1998. To this day, the McLaren F1 is still the fastest naturally aspirated production car in the world, that is, until the Aston Martin Valkyrie leaves the factory for the first time. 2021 Koenigsegg Gemera. The wild Koenigsegg Gemera just might be the most over-engineered car on this list. The Hyper Grand Tourer storms its way to a 249 miles per hour top speed by way of a truly groundbreaking powertrain. Its 2.0-liter twin-turbo camless, no camshafts, inline 3-cylinder engine spins the heck out of the front wheels, augmented by one electric motor in the front and two at the rear for a combined output of 1,700 horsepower and a galaxy-destroying 2,581 pounds-to-foot of torque. With 4 seats, bring the whole family as you terrorize local highways and proving grounds. See if you can raid the kiddos' college fund for the Gemera's $1.7 million buy-in. 2020 present McLaren Speedtail. Unlike some of the cars on this list that simply look fast, the gorgeous McLaren Speedtail looks like it is doing every bit of its 250 miles per hour top speed while parked. A spiritual homage to the mighty McLaren F1 that launched all this hypercar absurdity back in the mid-1990s, the Speedtail is the fastest road-going McLaren of all time. Aside from the whip-smooth aerodynamic profile, this prodigious speed is a side effect of the Speedtail's 1,036 horsepower hybridized twin-turbo V8 drivetrain. We'd say you can grab your own for around $2 million, but the 106-unit run is already long sold out. Aston Martin Valkyrie. So far hypothetical. Aston's extraterrestrial Valkyrie is allegedly just around the apex from production. While Aston's first hybrid hypercar is more about F1 racer aping cornering speed and popping eardrums with the 1,000 horsepower naturally aspirated Cosworth V12's 11,100 revolutions per minute redline, the British automaker claims a top speed of above 250 miles per hour. We've yet to see the finalized production version of the Valkyrie, but it won't matter, you still can't buy one. Each costs $3 million, and all 150 units are all spoken for. 2016 present Koenigsegg Regera. Although it made its debut back in 2015, the Regera is still technically in production, so we'd be remiss if we didn't include Koenigsegg's first hybrid on this shakedown. Koenigsegg's traditional twin-turbo 5.0-liter V8 pairs with 3 electric motors for a combined 1,500 horsepower in the Regera, leading to some truly spectacular performance. Forget the 2.8-second 0 to 62 mile per hour run, it takes just 23 seconds to hit 249 miles per hour on its way to a 251 mile per hour top speed. 80 lucky buyers fronted around $1.9 million each to buy out the Regera's limited production shortly after the car's introduction in 2016. 2005 to 2011 Bugatti Veyron 16.4. For a while in the early 2000s, it looked like the McLaren F1 would hold on to the production car speed record indefinitely. Then, the engineering and financial might of the Volkswagen Auto Group coalesced into the reborn Bugatti brand and created one of the most legendary hypercars in history. The figures were mind-boggling. A quad turbocharged 8.0-liter W16 roared out 987 horsepower and 922 pounds to foot, enough to slingshot the standard Veyron to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds and kiss the 253 mile per hour watermark, enough to definitively make it the fastest car in the world for a few years. 2009 to 2013 SSC Ultimate Aero TT. 12 years before the Tuatara dominated automotive headlines, the SSC Ultimate Aero TT burst out of seemingly nowhere and gave the Bugatti Veyron a 3 mile per hour punch in the nose with a 256 mile per hour two-way record run. The Ultimate Aero isn't the most evocative design on this list, but it more than makes up for any genericness with its 6.3-liter twin-turbo V8 capable of 1,180 horsepower and 1,106 pounds to foot, all this without traction control, stability control, or even anti-lock brakes. 2016 present Bugatti Chiron. Did you think Bugatti would just let its speed record go? Not a chance. The Veyron's successor, the regular Chiron, as if anything about Bugatti could be considered regular, comes in at an electronically limited 261 miles per hour. The German-owned, France-based automaker isn't saying what speed an uncorked, non-SS Chiron is capable of, but considering there's a cool 1,479 horsepower on tap from that quad-turbo 8.0-liter W16, our bet is above the 275 mile per hour mark. Pony up $3 million and find out for us, will ya? 2010 to 2011 Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Like the McLaren F1, the Bugatti Veyron is speed royalty, only it has a bigger family. After the OG Veyron's top speed medal was confiscated first by the SSC Ultimate Aero and later the Hennessy Venom GT, Bugatti dropped the Veyron Supersport like an extinction meteor. A verified two-way top speed record of 268 miles per hour returned the title to Bugatti and cemented the Veyron's place in the history books. Production Supersports were limited to 258 miles per hour for tire protection, but we're sure the lucky owners made full use of the quad-turbo 8.0-liter W16's 1,184 horsepower whenever they could, limiter be damned. 2011 to 2017 Hennessy Venom GT. This one's tricky. Technically, the Hennessy Venom GT beat out the Veyron Supersport at a crazy 270 miles per hour back in 2014, but wasn't able to clock the standard two-way speed run to account for wind resistance. Therefore, there will forever be an asterisk next to the Venom GT's time at the top of the charts. Heck, we're still impressed. 270 miles per hour in a hyper-hot rotted Lotus chassis is wild, especially with the 1,244 horsepower twin-turbo 7.0-liter LS9 V8 behind the driver's head. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.